Welcome to Stealthwatch. When you first sign in, you're actually going to get brought into a page that is one of my 2 favorite pages in Stealthwatch. I kid that I am a CLI girl living in a GUI world, and I'm not usually a fan of GUIs. Not normally. However, I really like the Stealthwatch GUI because I find it very easy to interact with, very easy to do troubleshooting with and network sleuthing with. So let me give you a quick tour. This is the Insight dashboard page, giving you insight from 7 different perspectives, angles, views of things going on in your network at a high level. We have, and let me show you what they are. We have the alarming hosts, top alarming hosts, alarms by view, today's alarms, cognitive threat analytics, flow collection trend, top applications. Let's go ahead and look at them a little bit closer and also see one of the reasons why I love the graphical user interface so much. So alarming host is right up at the top, gives you big things quick and easy to see in your mind. Number, this is 10, this is 11, this is 10. Oh, and I should have mentioned, you will also see the 7 different sections widgets repaint. Obviously, if you're in a NOC or a SOC, you would want to make sure that these are the most current information that Stealthwatch, your network detective, has for you to look at. So instead of having to click a refresh button, it'll actually repaint, and the different sections will repaint independently. So again, going back here, we'll see big top. So, you might say, oh, well, let me look at this 11 because it's an 11. Let me look at this one because it's reconnaissance. We're not going to decide which one's for you. We're just going to go ahead and present it all for you, and you can go ahead and look down and go down the rabbit trail of each one and do your network sleuthing. But you can go ahead and click on each one of these. This is policy violations, data exfiltration, data hoarding. Again, top level perspective. This is your top alarming hosts for today. Your inside will be RFC 1918. We will assume everything that's RFC 1918 is in your network. Things will still alarm from a data hoarding perspective. At the same time, it is likely that you want to get a little bit more granularity as to what's going on. So you're probably going to go ahead and put subnets into different categories: your terminal servers, your DNS servers, engineering versus end users. You might have guest wireless and so on. So that when you look at the facts and clues, what you really want when you're doing network sleuthing, of course, is you want the information to pop quickly. So the host groups and assigning them to different host groups that have meaning to you will help them pop. Now, if we look here, we see that 10.201.3.149 end user devices has DH, data hoarding, RC, reconnaissance, CI, concern index, EX, exfiltration. Now, we might realize that these actually match up to the above: data hoarding, reconnaissance, concern index, exfiltration. Now, you might think to yourself that these are the only top alarming hosts for today. It's possible that they're not. You just have to click View All Hosts. But let's do that in a little bit. Let's stay on this page. Alarms by type. There is something that Stealthwatch did that I love. As you can see, there's a lot of different alarms. Over the past week, we have June 2nd to June 8th. So over the past week, we've had a lot of different alarms, over 196 to 287. So it might be a little bit hard to say, okay, well, this one is high traffic total, file sharing. It's just so hard because they're just little itty bitty pieces, right? So let's go ahead and deselect all and then just say, you know what? I just want to know host lock violation. Oh, okay. Yes, we've had one every day. Okay, how about crypto compliance violations? Ooh. Okay, let's get rid of host lock violations. Let's just look at crypto compliance violations. And I love the fact that they did this because I can stay on this page and kind of sort of just, again, pivot and look at from a high level the different stuff going on and then decide where I want to go and network sleuth. This is today's alarms. And again, you can see that I can actually click and pivot into and get more information into any of these. This is cognitive threat analytics. We'll talk more about cognitive. I kid that cognitive is like your network detective's Interpol partner up in the sky. Just like Sherlock Holmes had Scotland Yard, your network detective will have cognitive. There's no reason why your network detective has to be constantly updated as to the latest malware sites, the latest ransomware sites, you know, what the latest Tor relays are and stuff like that, phishing sites, botnet sites, you know. So we'll just go ahead and we'll let cognitive work that out, and your network detective will partner up with cognitive. This is flow collection trend. One of the things I like about flow collection trend is this is flows per second. You can actually go ahead and kind of sort of just like narrow down and get really, really granular with some of the things, and then just reset the zoom and then start all over again. Top applications, HTTP, FTP, undefined, SSH, etc., etc. So you can understand probably why I absolutely love this page. I can start, I can see a whole bunch of different things, and then I can pivot and figure out what are the things that I want to kind of sort of double click into and go down and network sleuth.